Have you ever wondered if the secret to your career success is hidden in the echoes of your childhood? In the next few minutes, we will unravel how the attachment styles you formed early in life shape your professional behavior, influence your interactions, and ultimately determine your sense of self-worth. This journey is not about diagnosing you. It is an invitation to reflect deeply and transform the way you experience success at work. Attachment styles emerge from the earliest bonds we form. As infants, our survival depended on a caregiver's warmth, empathy, and reliability. When a cry is met with comfort and understanding, the brain learns that closeness is safe. But when a need goes unmet or is met inconsistently, it plants the seeds of future challenges. The way your early experiences were handled permeates every aspect of your life, especially in the workplace. Let's explore the 4 primary attachment styles and discover how they manifest professionally. Our guide begins with the secure attachment style, a foundation built on nurturing consistency. Imagine Emma, a leader in her organization who exudes calm confidence. Emma trusts her team implicitly. She seeks feedback as a tool for growth, not as an indication of weakness. When conflicts arise, she manages them with clear communication and empathy. Emma's ease in navigating both independence and collaboration is a direct result of a secure internal framework established in childhood. For Emma, success means not just measurable achievements, but also cultivating meaningful connections and finding purpose in every challenge. Now consider the anxious attachment style. Picture Carlos, who frequently seeks reassurance from his supervisor. Every piece of feedback sends him spiraling into self-doubt, and he often works overtime to prove his worth. His internal narrative is dominated by a fear of abandonment and rejection. This sensitivity to criticism leaves Carlos constantly on edge. While his dedication is undeniable, his career journey is frequently marred by persistent anxiety. The pattern of overinterpretation runs deep because, in his formative years, inconsistent caregiving instilled a belief that love and validation were hard-won privileges rather than given rights. Then we encounter the avoidant attachment style. Visualize Jenna, an independent worker who takes pride in her ability to manage tasks on her own. Jenna prefers solo projects and often distances herself from team interactions. She shuns emotional exchanges and avoids discussions that might threaten the space she cherishes. This emotional distance stems from early lessons learned about vulnerability. Jenna's attachment style has taught her that relying on others can lead to disappointment, so she has become self-reliant to the point of isolation. In the workplace, this comfort in independence can lead to missed opportunities for collaboration and even conflict when teamwork is necessary. The last form, disorganized or fearful avoidant attachment, presents a more complex narrative. Consider Malik, who begins projects with great enthusiasm only to falter unexpectedly. Malik's behavior is erratic. He swings between seeking support and recoiling in fear of criticism. Early childhood trauma, marked by confusing signals from caregivers, leaves him in a constant state of internal conflict. His mind battles between desiring connection and fearing vulnerability. In the professional arena, this inner turmoil translates into inconsistency, as Malik fights a war between self-doubt and a deep yearning for emotional security. As we pause to reflect on these examples, the core message becomes clear. The history we carry shapes how we handle feedback, manage conflict, and build relationships at work. You might ask, but can these patterns change? The answer is a hopeful one. Attachment styles are not etched in stone. New experiences, therapy, and intentional self-reflection can transform the way we relate, both to ourselves and to others. Imagine waking up each day with a clearer understanding of why you react a certain way during a heated meeting, or why you might overvalue a compliment while harshly critiquing yourself for a minor mistake. That understanding is the first step toward change. When you learn to recognize these patterns, you unlock the key to setting healthier boundaries and creating a more balanced, fulfilling professional life. Let's now shift our focus to practical strategies that can help you manage your attachment style at work. Creating an environment of psychological safety is paramount. When every employee feels that their voice is heard, that mistakes are seen as opportunities for growth, and that feedback is given in a spirit of support rather than judgment, the entire team thrives. Whether you identify as anxious, avoidant, disorganized, or even secure, feeling safe allows you to confront your vulnerabilities without fear of reprisal. Consider the importance of consistency in the workplace. For those with an anxious attachment style, regular and structured check-ins with supervisors can provide the reassurance they need. A leader who reaches out proactively helps soothe the constant worry of falling short of expectations. Similarly, for the avoidant thinkers like Jenna, managers who respect their need for independence while gently encouraging collaboration create a balance that benefits everyone. Clear, predictable expectations help all team members feel grounded. In an environment where rules and procedures are consistently upheld, even the most insecure minds find room to grow and trust. For employees exhibiting disorganized traits, patience is key. They might vacillate between seeking closeness and pulling away in moments of uncertainty. In these cases, direct, private feedback channels can work wonders. Rather than addressing concerns in a public forum, one-on-one conversations that are both firm and compassionate enable them to feel secure without triggering their fears. This method of personalized attention, free from public scrutiny, helps reestablish a sense of internal order and trust. One practical approach to managing these deep-seated patterns is through self-awareness exercises. The first is the Triggers at Work log, a week-long journal method where you note any emotional spikes triggered by situations at work. Write down what happened, your emotional reaction, and the internal dialogue that followed. This exercise helps reveal recurring patterns. Perhaps you notice that a simple piece of criticism spirals you into a cycle of self-doubt. Once identified, you have the power to challenge that narrative and address it constructively. The next exercise is the feedback freeze frame. Recall a moment when you received feedback, be it praise or criticism, and let that memory linger. Ask yourself, did I trust the intent behind the feedback? Did I react defensively, or did I take it as an opportunity to learn? Did I feel the immediate need to prove myself? This exercise unmasks the true nature of your emotional responses. It helps explain why some feedback lands as a shot to your self-worth, while others simply guide you toward improvement. The third exercise is the relational pattern audit. Make a simple list of 3 colleagues with whom you have strong emotional reactions, whether positive or negative. Reflect on why you are drawn to some and why you recoil from others. By analyzing these patterns, you unearth the unconscious ties that bind you to outdated beliefs or expectations. Perhaps you recognize a familiar fear of rejection or a persistent need for validation. Understanding these relational dynamics opens the door to transforming them. At this point, you may be wondering how all these insights tie into your everyday professional success. Think of career fulfillment as a journey that is much more than securing a high salary or an impressive title. Career success is built on the trust we have in ourselves and the relationships we nurture along the way. When a secure attachment guides you, success is defined not merely by external accolades, but also by the internal sense of worth that comes from steady, authentic connections. In every meeting and every team interaction, the hidden power of your attachment style is at work. It influences how you receive a compliment, how you handle conflict, and how you interact with colleagues. It even shapes the way you lead. The truth is simple: you can't outwork what you don't understand emotionally. By recognizing these hidden patterns, you empower yourself to make conscious choices that lead to a more fulfilling, balanced professional life. Now, let's address the internal conflict many of us experience. On one hand, you crave success, recognition, and meaningful relationships at work. On the other, you might feel trapped by old habits, chasing a validation that never seems enough. This inner tug-of-war creates tension that hinders true progress. But awareness is the first step toward resolution. As you begin to identify and understand these attachment-driven behaviors, you open up the space to reconstruct your professional identity. You learn that success invites you to show up authentically, to value growth over perfection, and to embrace each moment as a chance for renewal. Pause for a moment and imagine a transformative shift. Picture yourself in a meeting where the usual anxiety is replaced by a calm assurance. Envision responding to feedback, not with defensiveness, but with curiosity. Visualize a workday where every interaction is an opportunity to learn, and strengthen your sense of self. This is the power of self-awareness, the ability to look at your emotional blueprint and rewrite its narrative. It invites you to see that your past does not dictate your future, but rather, it serves as a stepping stone to a clearer, more fulfilling professional life. The strategies ahead are not merely theoretical, they are tools designed to create change. They remind you that healing and growth do not happen overnight, but through small, consistent actions. Building a thriving career is a journey marked by self-reflection, empathy, and the courage to address our vulnerabilities head-on. This journey acknowledges that while the wounds of the past may linger, they can also propel you toward greater emotional freedom and workplace clarity. As we come to the close of our exploration, remember that understanding the hidden power of your attachment style is a catalyst for lasting change. Recognize your patterns, embrace your unique challenges, and use that insight as a foundation for building stronger, more authentic relationships at work. Whether you are a manager, an employee, a job seeker, or someone grappling with burnout, the key message remains: your emotional blueprint holds the secret to transforming your professional life. In closing, reflect on your own attachment patterns. Consider coaching, therapy, or deeper training to unlock the career clarity that lies within. Embrace this opportunity to build a career that is not just successful on paper, but secure at the core, radiating confidence and purpose with every decision you make. Transform your work life from the inside out and remember, you cannot outwork what you do not understand emotionally. Step forward, be introspective, and let your past inspire a future filled with genuine achievement and fulfillment.